Now, at the basic AD&D second edition rules, there's the basic class of non-human races being able to have multi-class, which is to say they could be something like a fighter or thief, meaning they can they advance in both classes with half the normal rate of progression if they are 2 double-classed. Some halfers can be 3 multi-classed, which of course means that at 1/3 of rate their progress in all of them, making them very versatile, but same as the leveling up becomes scrolled to a halt. Humans don't have that, they don't have multi-class, but they have a feature called dual classing, meaning that they can abandon their old class in favor to a new class, which of course meaning that they lose all the basic experience level of the old classes, and then they can pick a new class, which of course means that you should never dual class from any from classes like mage or the mage or any class which is a you could say specialist class. You don't want to dual class from, but from fighter, or in this case especially fighter berserker, dual classing to cleric, especially if you are planning to do it, is very common idea. So, and of course because that there isn't so much of really good clerics available outside of your own character. Well, in Baldur's Gate 2 there is one really good cleric, perhaps the best of the basic game, but still, but although I'd say quite abrasive personality, and takes a bit of trickery to get him to the best class. So let's just dual class to cleric. And while I'm at it, I also get the chance to choose myself a completely new set of weapon proficiencies. And with that I have made myself berserker cleric of dual class. And that's it. Now Hrothgar must get to the level was it 6 or 7 cleric before he can access his old berserker skills again. So it's gonna be quite lots of a struggle, but still gonna be very much worth it, because he's gonna be very powerful once that's gonna happen. Now, after dual classing and all that, it's time to head towards Larswood, where there should be some sort of bandits are wandering around here. So of course let's just start the basic method of randomly walking about and trying to find trouble, which in this case means bandits. So yeah, there was Iron Crisis, there's bandits. And what is this? Well, that looks familiar.
It's about time you came through for me. I was beginning to wonder whether your incompetence was... Wait. This isn't right.
This is new to me.
You fool! I am not fully revived. I am diminished, damaged, and dangerously deteriorated. Why, I've even lost some of my perspicacity. Najim? Are you even listening? My most obedient servant, friend! Where are you? Surely you aren't going to leave me up here?
What the hell? What is this guy?
You conniving cur! I will crack your realm wide open and drag you into this plane of... Oh. Hello. Well, this is awkward.
Well met. I am... Who the hell are you?
How could I forget? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Baloth Baratil, more commonly known as Baloth the Entertainer. Yes, I know, that Baloth. Fall to your knees and beg for mercy. I'm sure you know the drill.
The thing is, I left my knee pads.
Perhaps you aren't as cultured as I had assumed. In any case, it seems that I am in a bit of a bind. I am unable to return to my home, left bare to the boundless barbarism of the service world.
Oh yeah, well, let's just keep sarcastic.
You must be crawling with questions, but first, let me elucidate recent events. Perhaps many of your petty ponderances will be answered.
Okay, well, he is...
My most recent project was a little something I called the Black Pits. I'm sure you've heard of it. Mortal pitted against mortal in a desperate bid
Oh,
to...
well,
You
so
must
it's a
be
gladiator
out.
fight.
It was a marvelous sight.
Oh,
The
yeah.
roaring crowd, my
Sounds like a hot
things
spot.
went quite swimmingly until... But I am nothing if not calculatingly cautious. And so I instructed that gin jerk Najim to grant me a final wish. That I... As you can see, I live again. No demon web pits for me. But I am bereft of my
Oh,
previous
yeah,
power.
yeah.
Forced to converse with a pack of... I am simply unaccustomed to dealing with your kind on less than crushingly advantageous terms. I do not make it a habit to beg others for aid, and I prefer to lend favors rather than request them.
Oh, no, I
Clearly,
definitely...
I still command some of my powers. Even in this diminished state, I must remain one of the top 5 spellcasters in all the realms. If someone were to offer me martial protection, I'm sure I could be of great help to... whatever it is you're doing.
Alright, there it is, fine, whatever, welcome aboard.
And it's true. I'm shockingly popular with sorceress women. So I could really come with you? How perspicacious of you. You won't regret this. Now then, I assume you'll want me in a leadership capacity?
Indeed, just right there, just that choke
Very
on them.
crass. Fine then. Lead onward.
Yeah, he's quite hilarious. He's actually quite funny. These new characters have so much more voice dialogue and more elaborate speaking, so it's quite easy to understand who might be a new character, who might not be. Besides, well, yeah, well, I met you already. Now go wherever you where we want to go.
No!
Alright.
Just
Just go to the friendly inn.
Barbarians.
Your worthless lives end here.
And it was a drow wizard who
I'm on it.
drow sorcerer had gladiator fights, was killed but had prepared a backup plan for that case, and it didn't work so well. It worked, but not perfectly.
Your worthless lives
Which
end here.
sometimes might be even, which is quite handy. Not perfect, but it's quite handy.
Oh, I
You've attacked.
Let's just keep Jaheira going first. Well, actually, it's the main character who's gonna do the leading part first. Yeah, it becomes very quickly a practical reflex. And there looks to be some sort of
Nature's
group
servant
of
awaits.
bandits around there. So
Yes, oh, omnipresent
prepare
authority
ourselves
figure.
ready for the encounter with them. With a fireball. Actually, no, not
Nature's
yet
servant
fireball.
awaits.
Let's have a chat with them. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. So the old-fashioned, your money or your life. We'll not fight you. Actually, we want to join you. That's pretty psychedelic. Pretty please. Well, sorry. I asked nicely, so you're just gonna get yourselves killed.
Again, you disturb
And now,
me.
let's dish out the fireball at their ugly faces.
Yes, oh, as good as done.
Looks like they all got killed with a one big fell swoop by Edwin.
I'm on it.
Yep, all of them dead.
You rang. I'm on it.
Well, they got bandit scalps, arrows, and does their And this part doesn't
Go
seem
on,
to be
then.
much of anything.
Spit it out.
But if I remember right, that's some sort of encounter that will make you... Well, it's gonna give you the event flag or whatever it is called, trigger, that you can actually then go and find the actual bandit camp.
Right, what's this then?
Which is of course the actual place where you intend to be going, where there will be much more fighting. Well, did not yet find it yet. There's 2 locations that you can actually find them. It's in either here or Pelt Whale. And they both are quite similar places. Lots of forest to wander about and get ambushed by bandits. And it might be something that you have to examine them both to get there where you actually
It would be
need
good for
to
you to
go.
watch your actions while in this wood.
Oh yeah. So there's some sort of angry druid now. We killed your brothers with free. We drank their blood and ate their spleens.
My blade will
That's
cut
really
you
not
down
in
to
this.
size.
Oh, as directed, for now.
And there's a bear as well.
You rang. Sorted.
Civilization seems far,
Well.
city dweller.
Oh, that's really
Go
not
on.
in this.
Yep.
My actions are yours.
And he was
Spit it out.
appears to have been not in such a good mood either. I would say that druid was in quite good mood, but the other druid of similar ilk was not in good mood. And as I'm not personally really aware about how... Oh shit, gotta reload.
No. Sorted.
Did lots of searching around and I didn't find anything interesting, so it's time to head to the Pelt Whale, where there should also be... Well, I don't know how it is programmed into this case. It's something... Is it some kind of... you have to go to the both places and fight some bandits, so you can find the actual main bandit camp or something like that. Don't really remember how it exactly is, because there isn't really such, you could say, explicit location where you could say that you have now found the bandit. You now know where the bandits are.
Go on then.
There is not, which I find to be a bit of inconvenience, because that makes the speedrun and all that kind of thing difficult, and of course the fact that the enemy groups or something might not be spawning whenever you might want them to appear, so which might make it so that you wander around, there's nothing, then you just turn around and suddenly there is
Sorted.
a big bunch of ugly crooks about out there to murder you, so it's a bit of a, you could say, clunky programming,
Sorted.
which they did not
You
prepare
rang.
because they just wanted to be smooth and smooth out the original game and not make it completely new, which is completely understandable when it's a matter of this kind of re-releases and retro gamings that you wanna, and of course when it's also a matter of port, you wanna make the game, you wanna make sure that those who were the old fans know that how this game works and that they can recognize it, and you still want to show the new players that why the old players remember this game so fondly, as in to say you want to show up all the strong sides of it.
Right, what's this then?
Well, but I still like to say that this game, well, the first Baldur's Gate doesn't really show it much, but the second one really makes to show that there's a whole bunch of crazy characters in the Forgotten Realms world where magics, gods and all that kind of things are not just fantasies, but they are unproven things, but more like daily facts that you have to deal with, or else they might be consequences. Yeah, you might ignore that. You don't pay your debt to wizard, and he will curse you. He might be curse you, and he might be cursing you real fast too. So it's a bit of a strange dichotomy when you're assuming that and of course seeing that how insanely dangerous that life in this Forgotten Realms is with all the...
Help me! If you don't help me, you'll kill me!
Alright, well... Viconia de Via, another drow, because, well, a drow, to be their drows. And she's a cleric, evil cleric, and well, and she was in original Baldur's Gate as well, or it was in the original one as well. There is it's actually quite easy to recognize that which characters were not in original or which were not, mostly because there's been about 20 years between this, if I remember right, the enhanced version came 2012, and this port game was 2020, with years from that. So there's quite a lot of time
Sorted.
between the different versions. So there's a lot of lots of time between different versions means lots of development and all that kind of.
Go on then.
Lots of time between. My mind just broke down. You could still say that the beginning part of the game, where you really actually don't know so well what is about to be happening, it's the much more annoying part of the game in comparison to the later part. Once you have the much better knowledge of what's going on, awareness of things. Yeah, but this kind of thing is actually quite a lot of the gameplay time, at least in the first Baldur's Gate. Second one improves a lot in terms of smoothness of gameplay. That means that it's much easier to keep track of what you are doing, what your goals are, and generally, and the story takes. It's not as, you could say, loose in its basic styling, and by loose I mean the fact that there's little indication about where to go and what to do, except that, well, there's all kinds of things really wanting to murder you. But of course in this one there's been story details as well about why things are as they are. And I know this is gonna be bloody boring and rambling to watch me just walk around these fields, even though nice they looked really nice when the game was made, and they still look nice not in extremely beautiful, but you could say functional way, that they really all the necessary info is delivered in a robust, simple manner, a robust, easily understandable manner, which is, I say, perhaps the most important part in this kind of gameplay. That you don't want players struggling against the game. You want it struggling against things in game, as in all the difficulties of interfacing and all that. Although I do say that gameplay cannot be as smooth as it were in the original one because, well, the original one was designed to be played with mouse and keyboard, and it shows. This one, it's been ported to play with a stick.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rask! Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
Yeah, these Black Talon elites are actually very dangerous. That they are better armed and equipped than the regular bandits you face.
My blade will cut you down to size.
But of course they also, because they're better equipped, they also have better equipment.
Go on.
Come on. Yep. They're dead. All of them. And stealing all their magical arrows and scalping them because, well, somebody actually wants to rip off bandit scalps. But for what purpose do they want to rip off bandit scalps? Is it some sort of psychotic urge or willingness, one desire, or who knows what kind of, for what purpose they might want to rip off heads, scalps. So let's see, I still have faced quite many. Oh yes, now I can go to the bandit camp. So it must be something that you just have to wander around and meet specific number of bandits or something like that to get a chance to go to the actual bandit camp. Well, I will not fight you, we actually want to join you. Oh yeah. Oh, I was rambling well enough. That was unexpected. I expected that he might want to just say that no, they don't want, we are not gonna join you. Well, made it easier. But there's the guy.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
Yeah, of course, because I killed a big bunch of you. Yeah, so go scare.
I must rest.
Oh yeah.
You right.
Apparently I managed to.
Go on then.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
It was quite unexpected turn how this turned up, but I do not complain about unexpected turns playing for my benefit, making gameplay a bit easier to.
My blade will cut you down to size.
So now he's the main boss of the
Go on then.
bandits.
Your worthless lives end here.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
You right.
No begging's gonna help you now.
Oh well.
Go on then. Spit it out.
Well. Well, I think I'm gonna... Well, I now have a chance to walk around the bandit camp with a bit less effort and danger than with a regular plan of just walking in and killing everybody and everything in sight. But I don't think this is gonna be my actual plan. I'm gonna think I'll just use the more, you could say, tried and true method of just going and killing all of them loudly and violently. Because, well, that's what Bandit's been doing. So I think I'm gonna just return the favor. Alright, time to head towards the bandit camp. Which is
You've attacked me.
You rang.
Quite much of a battlefield.
Go on then.
Let's start
Oh yeah, fireball
Not in this.
does quite much damage, and they have adjusted some of the AI of your own party members, meaning that if you have somebody loaded with offensive spells, they're gonna use them indiscriminately, as Edwin just proved. But luckily there was no,
My blade will cut you down to size.
you could say, friendly casualties.
Right, what's this then?
But this
Go on,
is
then.
old-fashioned method of solving the problem, not subtle,
What you want?
but about as unsubtle as anything can be. Just walking through the camp and
I'm gone.
indiscriminately
You
destroying
rang.
everybody.
Sorted. Go on then. Spit it out.
And I'm using Hrothgar as
Get over. You rang.
You've attacked.
some sort of
Part of valor.
Cannot.
I can, but try.
Khalid, you are a brave man, but you are not meant to be at the front line in this battle. You're actually meant to remain at the back line
Right, what's this then?
and be very prepared to pepper the enemies with arrows, because that's what you've been.
Nature's servant awaits.
And while I'm at it, let's just blast out a.
You rang. Go on then. Spit it out. Solid.
But heavy concentration of attacks towards one dangerous target, and the fact that I am most likely quite over level to this, and the significance of levels decreases in this game the further you get into it. Meaning that difference between level, if you are something like a level 3 at zone meant to, or say at phase of adventure meant to the level 1s, you are quite much overpowered.
You
But if you are
rang.
in something like level 10
Sorted.
in place meant to level 7, it's not as overpowered as you might think. And one of them had a full plate armor, which I of course I'm gonna steal. Because, well, full plate armor equals awesome.
Go on then.
And there's plenty of loot in this place for you to nick, steal,
Spit it out.
pilfer,
I'm on it.
whatever is the word you
rang.
wish to use about them.
Sorted.
Plenty of bandit scalps for you
Go
to
on then.
rob. And there, I don't need to be really
Spit it out.
unsubtle to tell about that. There's some quite unfriendly characters behind that door. So just using the using some healing spells.
You're a queer fellow. This way.
Just as a method to get some potent boosting.
Again, you disturb.
Yes,
rang.
oh omnipresent authority figure. You've attacked.
You are
And throw all my necessary buffing spells. Save,
Go on then.
and now prepare to charge
Spit it out.
inside to the
You rang. Sorted.
Devil's Cave itself.
Sorry, friend, but you've got a date down under.
Yep, somebody Yeah, that's a death penalty for stepping inside this tent. So, yeah. Well, let's just try to bluff them. And
Go on then.
What now? Needs a
there was just some information about who is the head honcho. It's some sort of organization called Iron Throne. So,
Spit it out.
and while I'm at paused,
This would be a good place
preparing
for
to
a
deliver as much as
Give me 2,000 years and the pointy hat and I'll
damage
kick his arse.
as I can. Yeah, fireballs are very handy,
You rang.
because I just annihilated them.
Go on
Oh,
then.
let's have a chat with Ender Hasai.
I'm on it.
Troubled times are upon us.
Time for what? Well, explain. Well, execution. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Yep. Hobgoblin group, creepy smart one. Well, that's dead. And Black Tunnels, I've faced them before. I've slaughtered them. Mulahey is dead. Yep. Oh, yeah. Zentarim.
If it's
Please stop this.
So now I know it is group called Iron Throne, which is behind this whole bandits and iron shortage. And them being as they are hiding in Cloakwood.
This way.
Mulahey and Tazok have proven to be nothing more than puppets. The true master of this unfolding mystery continues to elude you. One thing is certain. Someone has taken a very personal interest in seeking your death.
Yeah, well, that happened
Though
at the
why,
beginning.
you are not sure. Your search for answers continues, and the foreboding Cloakwood Forest is your next target.
Indeed it is. And next time it is time to
Spit it out.
attack
Sorted.
Cloakwood, which is, well, it's quite dangerous place. Well, it would be even more dangerous if I weren't quite well equipped for this part of the game. And that is the next time's goal. See you next time. See ya.